Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our Planets Through Ascendant video. And this week we're going to be covering Sun in the 8th house for Libra Ascendant folks. And what happens when Sun is in the 8th house in the sign of Taurus for Libra Ascendant. And this time, as you know, this is different from Sun just being in the 8th house or being in the sign of Taurus. Now I'm taking two things and adding them together. A sign and a house. And also the third thing is Sun rules a certain house. Sun rules the 11th house in the chart. What is the 11th house? 11th house represents elder siblings, large organizations, social welfare, social reform, UN, NGO, hopes, wishes, desires, achievements, recognition, awards, So anything that it is achieved, it also represents your professional network circles, not friends. Friends are more like now third house matter, like social media. All our friends are on social media, okay? So that becomes that. 11th house is more like people that you know professionally, that you have a contact with. Let's say if my astrologer friends, okay, they come out, let's say to DC, I meet them and I, hang out with them. That is my professional network circle. Now, some of them are great friends of mine, like we talk every day. Some are like, good professional friends. So that's what the 11th house represents and how you gain through them. Like I could be somebody else's 11th house and they, let's say, come on my channel. Okay, on my channel, I interview them, we talk astrology. So through me, they are gaining. They're gaining more people, they're getting more views. So that's how you look at 11th house. Because I know a lot of people have confusion about the 11th house. They're like, well, which is the house of friends? Is it the 11th house or the 3rd house? Well, back in the days, 11th house was your actual friends. 3rd house was your younger siblings, people near you, like your cousins, okay? But now, because 3rd house represents online and social media, it has, the dynamic has changed. So all the friends are now on the 3rd house. So this is what we're going to do. We're trying to understand Sun in the 8th house with this matter. And obviously, if you do not know what ascendant you have, where your planets are placed, what sign they're in, what house they're in, what nakshatra they're in, all your other astrological details, for that, check out the links here. Check out my full astrological report, including my books, Astrology, Conjunction, Aspects, and Mahadashas of the Speed of Light, including all my consultations and reading at this link. So let's find out about Sun in the 8th house. Now, one thing you have to understand, okay, this is where a little bit of the details of astrology must be understood, that for Sun, sign of Taurus is its sign of enemy. Venus and Sun are enemy, okay? One is a pure entity. Sun is a pure planet. It is Vishnu in its purest form. Then Venus, which represents all the things which may not be pure, like diving into lust, wealth, luxury, fine foods and wine and lavish lifestyle. Okay, this is where Sun loses its purity. So Sun is not very comfortable in it. And 8th house, as you know, represents hidden knowledge, hidden things, secretive things, occult, mysticism, sorcery, surgeries, insurance, inheritance, wills and estates. So one thing you will notice, because the 11th Lord is in the 8th house in the sign of Taurus, which is the original second house of all these things that I described, shows first of all, this person likes to do a lot of secret dealings with their professional network circles, with large organizations through which they can get hidden sources. Okay, what do I mean by this? This can also mean like a CEO of a company secretly making certain deals so they can get a big bonus check. They kind of manipulate the situation. They like to somehow get big chunks of things in a very secretive manner. These are the folks that do not like to boast about their wealth, how much they're making, what they have. These are the folks that like to keep their treasure hidden. And they naturally have this lustful nature. Especially if Sun is in like a Rohini nakshatra. Actually, I shouldn't be going into nakshatra because it's going to confuse all your people. But Sun here can really show that one will have a lot of secretive relationships, affairs with people in their large organization, people that they know professionally. They know how to manipulate their way, through their charisma, through their, very deceptive nature to get what they want. Now, Taurus, as you know, is also the sign of family. It's a sign of, your value system. So don't think it's always going to be in this negative form, but Sun here is all about wanting to gain. Their hidden agenda is always to gain things somehow, some way. This can also show that your elder sibling may hide a lot of wealth from you. This also shows that one will be gaining money through dealing with other people's assets, other people's money, like a wealth management person, insurance, inheritance, wills and estates type professional. So if somebody's a lawyer with this type of a sun, their energy, their soul, it says, well, I like to go into the legal things related to, death and, other people's money and assets. Maybe I can just become a financial attorney. But again, the real dynamic of the beauty of this placement will come through the nakshatra of Sun. Like especially in early degrees, if it's in Kritika nakshatra, this person will have a natural interest towards doing secret fire rituals, seances. But mainly in Taurus. And Sun, which represents your personality, your soul, your vitality, your father, authorities. All of these things do a lot of secret dealings, hidden dealings. There's an extreme lustful nature with this that comes. A person wants to always enjoy the finer things in life. They are secretly can also be, spying on their siblings, spying on their network circles, spying on their people that they work with. So the purity of the Sun, which represents the purity of life, fire, okay? This is why the very first nakshatra of the Sun, which is Kritika, represents the fire, the purification of fire. Purifying yourself through fire. Fire burns all the sins. But now being in Taurus of this Venus' sign, Sun has to put on this jacket, this coat of Taurus, and say, well, my soul is not really here to experience something pure. I just need to experience wealth, security, and money. That is my main thing. And I'm going to do whatever it takes to get it. And I am capable of, making some secretive deals to attain what I want. And 8th house also represents your, family of your spouse. This can also show that your spouse comes from quite a wealthy family. Shows that your father may have been in fields of finance, hospitality, restaurant-like businesses. Father may also have a gambling issue as well. But your relationship with the father is very good. You guys are like on a very good terms, like friends. Like buddy type relationship. Father can also be father may have hidden creative talents with this placement. Like, your father is a restaurant owner. You've always known him to be a restaurant owner. Then you later find out, oh my God, your father can play a beautiful flute. He can paint. He's great at music and singing. So once you were 38 years old and everybody was singing and your father started singing, you're like, what? My father, this is his voice? I never knew that. So a lot of creativity also comes out, and this can actually show one has a lot of hidden creative talents that they do not like to share with a lot of people. They like to do it just their own private thing. And this can also show a person who will greatly enjoy sports. Especially in certain degrees, this person will enjoy sports, playing sports, gambling on sports. And also shows that everybody that you meet professionally will be in the profession of either money, finance, dealing in luxury goods. And you like to make friends with such people because you're going to gain through them somehow. Now you have to understand, a chart just doesn't have one planet, sun. It has 7, 9, 12 planets depending upon what system of astrology you use. Actually, it can have 16, 17 planets if you use all the upgrahas, meaning the shadow planets in Vedic astrology. But all the influence of other planets will determine this nature of the sun. Is it going on a more positive level or is it going on a more negative level? Negative meaning more towards the greedy side, more towards that lustful side. Purest form would be more towards being a family person, more towards helping people in their emergencies with their death and rebirth and insurance and whatnot. So you just know more of a creative person. So you have to always look at how is this one planet placed. This is the basic foundation of what I just told you. But this foundation will have certain different type of bricks building it, so you can understand how strong or weak the foundation is. So always, never just these things. Look at your chart and see, okay, which planet is aspecting, which planet is conjunct this sun. If sun is conjunct a certain planet, most definitely is going to be affected by that. The results that I just told you will be altered. It won't completely shift. It'll be altered. Or if this is the results of sun in the 8th house for Libra Ascendant, it'll be bent a little bit. So always look at that. Okay. So guys, this was my analysis of sun in the 8th house for in Taurus for Libra Ascendant people. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below. And if you want to know where your sun is placed, all your other astrological details to study your chart and my books, reports, consultations, for that, check out the links here. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow with our conjunction video. Bye-bye.